Oh, yeah. We're doing this today. What's up, guys? We're doing another Pathfinder. Fuck. We're doing another Pathfinder. Fuck me. Pathfinder build video today. And today we're doing Darth Revan. That's staying in. So, for a character such as this, there is a little housekeeping we have to do for this build. Because there are 3 different instances of Darth Revan. We have pre-KOTOR, mid-KOTOR, and Old Republic Darth Revans. I have not played far enough into the Old Republic to actually know what the fuck Darth Revan be like. But it's effectively going... But that would effectively be post-KOTOR Revan. Which canonically would be Revan goes to the light side and does a whole bunch of shit and gets captured and tortured for several years. But that's also way too high of a level for us to build to. Because that is a 20th level Revan. And we don't build the 20th level. We build the 10th level. I keep the rules right here. We build the 10th level. I can't build mid-KOTOR or post-KOTOR Revan. Because no 2 Revans are alike. Everyone builds their Revan differently. Even the way I build Revan would just be... And all of those builds would just be very, very similar to just another character build. So, we're going to use pre-KOTOR Revan. We're going to build Revan as he was before he was defeated by Bastila and Malak and got his mind changed to think he is someone else. So it's going to be Revan right before the start of KOTOR 1. The canonical backstory of Revan. Let me get to my page here. So, human, acolyte, he was part of a religious order. Even if that order was a combat order, he was an acolyte. He was part of an order of monks in the Jedi. So, acolyte makes the most sense immediately. Class is where we're going to get weird. Because there's a lot of different ways that somebody can look at a Jedi and try to make them into a character that fits... try to use a class that fits their mentality for how a Jedi should be. Possible use of spellcasting. Possible uses of spellcasting so that you have your saber throws and your force lightnings and shit like that. So that is an option that we want to look into. But you also have to take the other core components of the Jedi training, which is combat. Every Jedi is trained in combat. Even some of the best casters in Star Wars are proficient in combat. Like, Yoda is a huge point immediately. So, we need a character that is capable of very good combat, but also can still do the spell casting. So, I'm going to get a little weird. With this. We are going to make Revan a wizard. I'm going to get a little weird with this. We're going to make Revan a wizard. Because Monk doesn't really have anything that goes into spellcasting. But also Monk focuses a little too hard on hand-to-hand. It would help if I actually set this to level 10. We want him to go all in on intelligence and dexterity. Like, we're pretty much focusing on intelligence, dexterity, and constitution as much as possible. And, of course, charisma. We need to have charisma if we're playing Revan. Get that off me. There we go. So, for our heritage, we are absolutely going to take... actually, let's look at our skills. We have a lot of skill points to throw around. Arcana makes sense. We can't do anything about the lore scribing because it just comes from Acolyte. Religion makes sense because religion would apply to the Jedi and Sith codes. But we also need to look into intimidation, diplomacy, and deception. Revan is and was a very charismatic individual, so we need to make sure his charisma skills are peak. Acrobatics and athletics to kind of substitute in some of his force movement. And crafting. Motherfucker built HK. Gotta give him crafting. So, we are also going to look at versatile human so that we can get an extra general feat. And the general feat we're going to go for is... Let me think here. Group coercion. Group coercion. He was very capable at convincing multiple people to do as he saw fit. Level 1 ancestry feat, we're going to go for natural ambition. Natural ambition will actually help pad out some of his, some of that early... See, I picked wizard, but now I'm not certain wizard is the play. Magus. Magus is the play. Magus is absolutely the play. I have to remove one of his skills. Let's remove athletics. And because level 1 feats isn't going to do us any favors, we're going to switch off of natural ambition and we'll give him general trading. That's another general feat. We don't need another general feat. Know oneself. We'll give him know oneself. For his hybrid study, we want... Let me see what I can find here. Oh, aloof firmament. Which increases his movement speed and allows him to jump and such without causing opportunity attacks. And he gets benefits with a... with one-handed weapons in the sword group. So that works great. That works great. A blue firmament. We are immediately going to get weird. Because you probably noticed, we didn't really give him a combat method. Like, we're giving him Magus, but we're giving him Magus for the sake of spell casting. And we have him going all in on dexterity. He's going to be using... The manner in which Revan fights is technically strength-based. But, above all things, more so than being a Jedi or Sith or what have you, Revan was a tactician. So we are going to give him investigator dedication. We're going to give him investigator dedication. This will give him a couple more feats to gain some bonuses in. We're going to give him stealth just for funsies. For his skill feat, we're going to give him... Let's make it... Quick coercion. Quick coercion? Rolling landing. Perfect. Level 3 skill training, we're going to increase his diplomacy. For his general feat, we're going to give him toughness. Level 4 class feat, we immediately have to go for investigator stratagem. This is the crux of our combat abilities. Giving him investigator stratagem. Devise a stratagem allows him to make an intelligence roll, or rather make a D20 roll. This is a fortune effect. This, if you're familiar with D&D 5e, this would be a portent effect. He uses an action, or if it's related to a lead that he's currently on, he makes this action for free. He rolls a d20, and he can use that result ahead of whatever attack roll or skill throw that he uses against a target. And on an attack, he can substitute his intelligence for whatever his combat roll is. In addition to that, he also does extra damage when he hits with that shit. At least I think he does. He may not. He does not, because he's not investigator-based. Yeah, he won't get that standard because he's not investigator-based. But we need to make sure he also has some good spell casting. Level 4 skill feat, we're looking at... I don't think there's a whole lot we can give him at 4. Specialty crafting. Absolutely. Level 5, he does get a skill. He does get a skill increase, but we're also going to go ahead and level up his other stats. Just going to double down on the stats we've already upped. Constitution, Dexterity, Intelligence, and Charisma. We're going to increase his Intimidation. No, we'll increase his Religion. He spent a lot of time studying Jedi and Sith practices, to the point where he was able to create his own Sith code. The Sith code that you explore in KOTOR is not the actual Sith code. It is his own creation of it, which he built out of necessity for, other problems. If you're that familiar with the lore. God, I'm a fucking nerd. Let's give him Occultism for that reason. Level 5 Ancestry feat, we're going to give him Sense Allies. Level 6 class feat, we can give him... I don't think we can give him more than this. I might be able to give him a basic deduction, which will give him a first level feat. A first or second level investigator feat, but I don't think it's in our best interest to give that to him. Yeah, he doesn't get strategic strike, so yeah, this doesn't help him. So we're going to give him... Oh, attack of opportunity. Which is a rare thing in Pathfinder. There are not many characters that can actively use an attack of opportunity. Level 6 skill feat will give him... No. Glad Hand, which will give him better opportunities to make good impressions on people upon meeting them. Very much Revan's wheelhouse. Make him a master in diplomacy. Yeah, make him master in diplomacy for a general feat. Let's see if we can get it 7. Not much. Evangelize? Evangelize. Level 8 class feat. Well, let me see here. Skill mastery is nice and all. Let's see what we can get from Magus at level 8. Capture magic. Interesting. Standby spell. Skill feat at 8. Still not a lot we can do here. Actually, is Evangelize a skill feat? It is a skill feat. We don't want to use that then. Robust health works a little better for him. Because he does receive medical treatment fairly often. And then we'll make Evangelize his level 8 skill feat. Level 9. We can't boost his diplomacy up to legendary, which is fine. But we can boost his intimidation to expert. Level 9 ancestry feat. Not a lot we can do because human. I can give him multi-talented, but I don't see the purpose of giving him another dedication feat. I don't see the purpose of giving him another dedication at this point in time. So we'll give him... Clever Improviser, which allows him to use his level towards any skill he is untrained in. Which isn't a lot, but allows him to also, like, be a bit more of the know-it-all he actually is. For this, we're going to up Dexterity, Con, Wisdom, and Charisma, because we won't gain anything from bumping his Intelligence any higher. Level 10, let's see what we can get from the Archetype. Not shit. Level 10. We can gain Rapid Recharge so he gets a Spell Strike back. We're actually going to try to avoid using Spell Strike as much as possible with this build. No, that's more of a Kreia thing. Cascading Ray. No, that's not great either. We'll take Rapid Recharge. That's pretty good. And then for his 10th level skill feat, let's give him lasting coercion. For our gear, we are looking into, yeah, for our gear, we're looking at, what the fuck is this about? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Weapons. Derp. At his current level as Magus, he gets expert in pretty much any weapon of our choosing. As long as it's standard or what have you. I actually don't know if a Sunblade or something along those lines would be in here. A lot of these weapons I'm not familiar with. Let me actually pull up another browser here real quick, and I'll do a quick search. Plasma Blade. Let's find Plasma Blade. It's not here. Is it in here? No. Which means it's not standard and not in Path Builder. And if it's not in Path Builder, we can't fucking build it. So I think what we're going to do is we're actually just going to grab a longsword and spice it up a bit. Although technically what we would be looking for would be a bastard sword. So we're going to adjust our bastard sword here a little bit. Can I actually change this? Doesn't look like I can. Alright, shit ought to look there. We'll go ahead and give him as powerful as we can give him a weapon at level 2. So it's going to be a +2 striking. Did I say 2? Level 10. God damn. So, +2 striking bastard sword. As long as he's using it one-handed, and you can switch between one-handed and two-handed. As long as he's using it one-handed, he can use it with his Arcane Cascade. And as long as he pops his Devise a Stratagem, he can use his Intelligence modifier on the attack instead of his Strength modifier, which would be the standard. So this would go from a 16 to a 20 using his Stratagem. And that can stack with Spell Strike. For his spells, we've got a few. Oh, by the way, defense, we ain't giving him shit. He's a Jedi. He fights in his robes. He is better off unarmored than any other armor that I could actually give him. Straight up. So for his focus spell, he gets Sky Laughs at Waves. This is his Magus thing that will allow him to redo his spell strike. But yeah, he gains fly up to a speed, makes a strike against a creature at the end of that movement. Which again, he can combine with his stratagem. He's not going to get the bonus damage from the stratagem the way an investigator does, but this is still a good combination for him. We'll give him Detect Magic. We'll give him Elemental Counter. Just trying to think of whatever things we can give him that would effectively act as Jedi abilities. Telekinetic Projectile is an easy one. Throw shit. Telekinetic Hand, equally easy. And this doesn't help as much. We'll give him Shield. Shield's a pretty good mainstay. He gains 2 studio spells, which is something he picked up at level, I want to say 7. But he can take he can only take very specific spells. So his was Aloof, right? Although the Aloof does not have its own thing, so we get 2 spells of our choice, I'm pretty sure. Let me check this. Aloof Firmament. He gains Water Walk. Yeah. So he has to pick up Water Walk. Oh, it's on there. And I think Gecko Grip is actually really good. Climb speed equal to half his speed. Water breathing. Water breathing. It's spell rank 4. Now we're starting to look at like actual abilities Revan would have. We need Lightning Bolt and / or Chain Lightning. So that's the first thing I'm going to look for. First thing I'm looking for is Chain Lightning. But I'm pretty sure Chain Lightning is 6th level. Yeah, so that's not going to fly. We're not going to get a 6th level out of this. And I'm not seeing any spells here that would actually be lightning damage. So I'm going to grab spell rank 4. Let me look for Lightning Bolt. I don't think it's 4th level, but I'm going to look. Okay, so we're going to look for a 3rd level. Yep, there we go. Heightened Lightning Bolt. We'll go for a Heightened Lightning Bolt. We'll actually go for let me check the level 4, see if there's anything else we can use here that would be Revan-like. This wouldn't be it. Draw the lightning. Oh, this is Call Lightning. Okay. This is Call Lightning, but it also boosts his sword with lightning damage. We're going to avoid using that. That's a little much. Let's do... Because, like, grand scheme of things, the Jedi don't have that many quote-unquote spells that would equate well... That would equate well in Pathfinder. Weapon Storm would be good. Let's grab Weapon Storm. That's pretty cool. 5th level. I'm probably just going to grab another Lightning Bolt. Mind Probe. That is absolutely a Jedi ability. Absolutely giving him Mind Probe. Telekinetic Hall. That's pretty big, actually. Wave of Despair. Yeah, that's a Revan ability. All day. There we go. And we are done. We have Darth Revan built. So this was an interesting idea for a build. I just had this pop into my head last night when I was trying to think up of interesting characters to play. This one was interesting. This one was fun. As usual, I will post the PDF for the character sheet in the Discord, which will be linked down below. Thank you so much, everybody, and I will see you all on the next one.